Hi, Craig Page here, and welcome to Master Your Anxiety. Now, I'm going to keep this really brief and to the point. I'm guessing you're here because you're not feeling too good at the moment, or you've got some anxieties. Now, that's just a sad fact of life, that we all have stresses and strains, whether it be from work, anxieties, or actually not being in work, high unemployment rates at the moment, maybe personal issues that have got on top of you. Now, I just want to say there is a way. This is a temporary state that you're in now. I'm guessing you weren't born with this anxiety, or even hopefully you haven't had it for a year or 6 months. So a lot of the time it's quite a brief period where you're just not quite coping as well as could be. What I want to share with you is 20 years of my nursing experience. I've worked a lot with people that have been anxious through work or stress, whether they're young or old, or male, female. These techniques work for everybody, and the reason why I'm here and why I'm doing this for you is I've seen over the years that people want immediate help. Now, if you go to your GP, you're going to be waiting for at least a week to maybe get an appointment, and then going on to get counselling, and I've seen it could be 6 to 8 weeks before you get some counselling. What I'm offering here is 4 sessions, absolutely free, the same sessions that I've used for at least 15 years to have that's had some really good successes and changed people's lives in quite a short period of time. So I want to put via email 4 sessions that run consecutive. There's some tools to help you immediately reduce your anxieties, panic attacks. Then instead of just giving the breathing exercises, we're going to look a little bit further actually to the root cause and give you some really good tools to look at the way your thought patterns are, and then we'll be moving forward with that into changing those thought patterns for the benefit of yourself, to make your life a lot more transformed into the way you want it to be, really. So let me just give you a quick overview of what the course is. Hi, so it's really simple. All you need to do to get to the session 1, fill in your name here and your email and press start sessions. Well, you go straight through then to a thank you page like this. We will then press start first session here. This will go straight through to session 1. There'll be a little intro from myself. We'll leave that there for now, and following that we go down and start the sessions. It goes into what we'll be covering for the day, introductions to anxiety, panic attacks, about the assessment we're going to be doing over the next few days, physical responses, just give you some information of why you're feeling or why anxiety happens. We're going to move down to the fight-flight response, which is essentially why we get these anxiety feelings. It goes back from the old brain that we developed through evolution, really. Now, this is the really important part here, the self-assessment task. We need to know exactly whereabouts you are now. So what you'll see here is download the assessment tool. It only takes a few minutes. Just click that. That should come up in a separate box. There we go. It's a well-recognised anxiety and depression scale. Just read through the questions and you'll go onto the second page, add the scores up. Now this will give you an anxiety score and a depression score, because sometimes anxiety could be linked to depression. We need to make sure that this course is right for you, really. Okay, and now the scoring system looks at this. So if it's mild symptoms, this is exactly the course for you. If they're moderate symptoms, this is exactly the course for you and can definitely help, but it may suggest that you may need to see your GP as well. Again, if it's a very high score, it's advised that you get clinical intervention, but still continue to go through the course, because it'll be of massive value to you, because you're getting this course right now. You don't need to wait for your GP, you don't need to wait for counselling. I've used this for many years, and primarily I'm putting this together because people have to wait too long for the GPs and counselling. So we'll go back to the session. This continues again with the psychological responses, and then into hyperventilation. Those of you that have had panic attacks, now I've had panic attacks in my 3rd year of university. For some unknown reason, just the stresses and strains of life, like everybody else, I started to develop panic attacks. Now I understand how frightening they are. I'll tell you a little story. I was in York, in the centre of York, and I got a panic attack and I was paralysed. I couldn't move. I was absolutely terrified, and that's being a nurse. So I managed to get home, and this probably set off the trigger events to where we are now, where I'm giving you this information. But I learned some great techniques that we're going to move on to now. The breathing techniques here, this is what stopped my panic attacks dead in their tracks, and it can for you. So just work through the information here. And diaphragmatic breathing again is something that we all need to be doing, really. It's very easy to get into a bad breathing pattern. So that's session 1, and that should just give you an overview and give you some little tools to help with your breathing and find out where we are now. Now we're going to move on to session 2. Again, just a little intro. There we go. Yeah, we'll leave that as it is. Now this is more about looking at where we are with you now and where on the anxiety curve you are now. It's all well established and researched. We're going to look at avoidance and do a case study on avoidance. We're going to look at desensitization. This is sort of addressing or goal setting, where we need to be going, and breaking it down into smaller steps. Doing a relaxation form which works best for you. Everybody's different. Some people might like to listen to music, some people might want to have different relaxation techniques. There's 2 more there. Now the thought diary, this is where we're going to just be challenging you a little bit more, just to look at those thoughts. Really read through the text here and download the thought diary. Again, it'll pop up. You can print it off. It's probably more advisable to print it off actually, because we're going to be using it again later on in sessions 3 and 4. Okay, and that's it. That's end of session 2. And we're going to move on to session 3. Again, these will come in your email on 4 consecutive days, so you don't need to look around. You don't need to use it straight away. When you come home from work, or when you've got a few minutes. I mean, essentially these will take about, I should think about half an hour, 45 minutes each session. Okay, so this is session 3. Now I love this session. This is what I call, we got transformation day. This is where we really ramp it up. This is the key to the whole session, really. I'm not going to go too much into it, because I just want you to get on with it, really. But we're going to be challenging your thought patterns, doing some fun exercises, again questioning approaches. Why do you feel this way? Another fun exercise. I'm sure you're going to love this one. And then adapting belief systems. And then we're going to go on to fun exercise 3. This is where your thought diaries. We're going to use the first 2 exercises to then look at your thought diaries and completely change and transform the way that you're thinking. This is ultimately key to mastering your anxieties. Okay, and that's the end of that. Some more other little tips before tomorrow. And the fourth session is going to be on just maintaining your level of mastery over your anxiety, really. And just read through the text. This is all about the power of saying yes, and just some really positivity and motivational things to help you maintain your progress. Okay, so we're going to go through there. Power of saying yes, tips in maintaining progress, and self-evaluation. Now this is exactly the same tool that we did in 1. So what we should be looking at here is doing, let me just open this up again. Yeah, so this is exactly the same tool, and you should have, when we got to the bottom here, you should have had 2 figures in here. When we do this again, we're hoping that the score is going to be significantly reduced. Then we go on to session 5. Now you didn't know there was a session 5, but this is your bonus session. Now this, is going to blow you away. Quite frankly, this is going to blow you away. This is taking transformation to a different level. Now, why have I put this in? Because some people may not understand why they're having anxieties in their life. Now, this session is going to identify, for those of you that have felt anxious for many years or have been going through problems and just can't figure out what the issues are really, please take a look at this. This is going to transform your life. It did mine, I know. So that's it for now, and I look forward to you going through and giving me some feedback. Okay, bye now. Take care. To start the process, within the next few minutes, all you need to do is just put your email address in the box at the bottom, and I will email you straight away session 1, and you can get started right now. Okay? So I'll look forward to seeing you on the inside. Take care for now. Bye.